like on that with Johnny, and ain't talking games. Like everything look cut them drop. They going.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. On 1st and 10, Callahan. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So they get the completion. That's good, but Charles, probably not good to get hit on the first play of the game.
No coaching staff ever wants their quarterback hit on any passing play, especially to start the game. What you're hoping is you have one of those tough guys back there that sometimes when they get hit early, gets the juices flowing, and they get right into the game.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Callahan. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Callahan. That's caught by Keller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. Just feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Off play action. Callahan. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands, and let them make the big plays downfield.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lewis. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Throwing is Lewis. Flush to his right. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll give this to Akers running right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. From the gun, Lewis. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it with Akers. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They go play action here on first down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Flushed out right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. To throw is Lewis. Looking to throw on second down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now Lewis throwing on first down. Able to get this to Gordon. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Operating from the gun. Lewis escaping the pressure right. He'll dump this off to Akers. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Lewis to throw on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
The quick slant caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On 3rd down, Callahan. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Off the play fake. Lewis. Open man. Here's Schwartz, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They'll run this with Akers. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Lewis on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, what a catch by Pitts. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Callahan. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Callahan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And leading 10-7, they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Lewis. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Cam Akers.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Eagles would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Throwing on 1st down. Callahan going deep downfield for Ross. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Budda Baker with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. On 1st down, Akers. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half They didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
On third down, here's a run by Akers. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on fourth down? They'll go for it. He'll buy some time right. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It's your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. You know, some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Callahan. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. Back to throw. Callahan. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Tucker's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Lewis now on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
After the penalty, it's Henry. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Dancing to his left. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. Akers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. To throw is Lewis on 1st down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now Lewis throwing on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Akers. And he is into the end end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Cam Akers with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point up and through. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And this one will be brought back to the 22. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. On 1st down, Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Lewis. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Throw left side complete. That's Clayton. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. there will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete.
Continuing to keep their foot on the gas, and it looks like they're just having fun out there. They're loose, they're free, and they're enjoying what the scoreboard looks like.
I'd have to say I agree with you totally. They're having a blast out there all game long. When they throw the football, they're picking up nice chunks of real estate, significant yardage on just about every throw that they make. And there's another one there, and they continue to have that fun that you just talked about.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
2nd down and 4. On the give, this is Akers. Akers has got the first down and then some.
And finally taken down at the 44-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's Akers.
Past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lewis flushed out right.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off play action. Lewis. Forced out. Oh, and Lewis lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On 3rd down, Akers and some room to work. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determined.